beauties, we are on to our powder foundation and concealer declutter. If you did not see my previous video and showing my collection and or showing my foundation video, then I will pop that right here for you guys. And I do store my products in these little white dressers that I purchased from Walmart. They are very affordable and easy to put together. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, this is probably, I think, maybe aside from lip product, this is gonna be the most brutal. I think. I do not wear a whole lot of powder. I do not wear a whole lot of concealer, especially having more dry, mature, textured skin. I just don't need it. I really honestly just don't need it. So I am going to be super brutal and very, very picky here. And I'm keeping literally like my top favorites. So we're going to dive in. So first up is my Kosas Cloud Set Powder. This is in the shade Feathery. Let me pop this open. This is a beautiful, very light, and it gives very light powder. The texture of it feels beautiful. I will say I feel like it started to kind of hit a little bit of hard pan very quickly. I really like how it looks on the skin. It doesn't make the skin look super flat, and it does not over dry my skin. So for that reason, I'm going to hold on to this one. Next up is my Avon Magics Dust Finishing Powder. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Most of the loose powders, I'm going to go ahead and say are probably going to go, other than my Fenty Beauty one. This one is so beautifully and finely milled and so soft on the skin. I just love it. It is her Pro Filter Powder in Butter, so I will keep this. Next up is the Cover FX. This is the Perfect Setting Powder that also can go. Next up is the number 7. This is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in Light Medium. Let me quickly see what this one is. And this one is the Hydroluminous Pressed Powder. Let me look at the shades really quickly, and then I'll decide, because obviously I don't need all these powders. All right, so here are the shades. We have this one right here that again was in the HL2, and then we had this one right here, which is light medium. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to the light medium, and we'll declutter this one. Next up is the Glowish by Huda Beauty. I typically actually use this as like a foundation because it's enough coverage for me, but it is the Luminous Pressed Powder in Light. I will keep that. I'm also definitely going to keep my Jouer powder. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in the Radiant Translucent. I really love this product. Again, it doesn't dry my skin out or anything like that, so I really enjoy it. This is the NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This is the TIGI, their High Definition Setting Powder. Gonna declutter. I'm gonna declutter this mini of the one size. I just don't need it. This is a holy grail. This is not going anywhere. If you do have dry skin or you have normal skin, I wouldn't say maybe with oily skin, this would be super friendly for you. But if you do have dry skin and maybe you're wearing a more luminous foundation, or you just need a little something to set the complexion, but you want it to still look like beautiful skin, lit from within, luminous, yummy, but not like oily, not too much. This is perfection. It's so beautiful. I use the shade medium, and I love it. It's wonderful. Next up, I have 2 of the NYX High Glass Finishing Powders. I will hold on to the light, and I will declutter the medium. And then we have this Tarte one. This is a really beautiful one, but I do have the Halo Glow, which I feel like does the same thing, as does the High Glass, as does the NYX High Glass. So this is the Shape Tape Glow Powder. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Next up is my Dior Backstage, the Powder No Powder. This is shade 3. I'm actually debating on this because I know I got this for summertime, and as I'm not tan anymore, I won't be able to use this. So I'm going to turn it upside down and put it in a maybe pile for now. I'm going to go ahead and declutter the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Illumination. It's just like a little sample that I got. Definitely going to keep both of my Charlotte Tilbury ones. I will show you. This is so hard to do with one freaking hand. But this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, and as you can see, I have hit pan, and it's like very thin in there as well, so definitely keeping that. And I do have a little mini backup that I'm actually going to put in my overnight makeup bag. And then last for actual powders is my LYS Beauty. This is their Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in Translucent. I really, really like this powder, but I'm trying to be super brutal, and I don't use powder all the time. But everything else I have has a little bit of color to it. I'm gonna keep it. Next up is an It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This is a full coverage anti-aging hydrating powder foundation in medium. I'm absolutely going to hold on to this. It is one of my all-time favorite products just ever, ever, ever. Next is the Next up is the Haley's Recover Pressed Powder. This is 2.15. I haven't even tried it and I've had it for a little while. I obviously don't need it. That's also going to go. Next up is the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation in Light 210 Neutral. I'm also going to declutter this only because I know that the It Cosmetics is, man, it's my holy grail. I've used it for years and it's my favorite. Hi, hey guys, hey. With these, I think if it's a tan, I'm going to go ahead and declutter, or maybe I'll keep one and then I'll keep the rest of these. This is a medium to full coverage, quite buildable foundation. Lasts all day. It's not over drying or anything like that, especially for myself because I do have very dry, dehydrated skin. And this is what I use solely in the summertime when I'm outdoors and I'm going to be in the pool. Yes, I wear it in the pool and it's bulletproof. So I'm literally just going to see what shades they are. That is a tan and that is a tan. I will keep one. I will declutter one. This one is a medium tan. I'll hold on to that for now. And then we have the Your Skin But Better CC cream. Not as much coverage. Still covers beautifully. Though, enough to cover my redness. And I really love the SPF factor. That is the main reason why I love this so much. And I've used it for so many years. We have medium. I will keep. We have tan. I will declutter. And we have medium, I will keep. This is all I'm keeping as far as regular powders. I think I did okay. And then these few powder foundations, and that is our declutter pile. Let me set up our concealers. I will BRB. All right, beauties, here are all of my concealers. Same thing, I'll try to get through it very quickly and we'll go from left to right. First up is this Rare Beauty concealer. I actually really love the concealer. And most of these are gonna be more medium coverage and they're gonna be a little bit more kind of hydrating. I'm not super into like full coverage. I do have a few, but just to note some of these. But just to know, if you do have more oily skin, probably a lot of these are not going to be for you. But I did not like the foundation. I really, really love the concealer. I don't know that I love it more than like my top 5. And I really think I'm just going to keep 5. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. We'll stick it over here for now. Next up is the Fenty Beauty. Always forget what this is called. The Bright Fix Eye Brightener. This is Golden Ivory. This is beautiful. This doesn't give a whole lot of coverage, but it really illuminates. It really brightens without shimmer, without a glow, without sparkle. And it has the slightest little like hint of peachiness to it. So it really helps with like darkness and redness and things like that. It's such a beautiful formula. I love this. This is top 5. So for sure I'm keeping this. So I'll put this here. That'll be a maybe, and then our declutter pile will go here. The only thing with these types of products, obviously these have touched my skin. So with these, I will sanitize the outside, I will spray alcohol on the doe foot applicator, and I only give them to friends and family. None of this will ever go into my for sale group. If it's new, obviously that's different. Next up is this massive Tarte Shape Tape. This is the Contour Concealer. I honestly don't even remember if I use this, and I prefer the creamy one. So, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. That one's also gotta go. Next up is this FMG, the Magic's Corrector. I don't even use this anymore, so that can go. Next up is the Oma Beauty Stay Woke Concealer. This one is hydrating, but also offers a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile, and we'll kind of see where we are at the end. Next up, I bought this to test when it very first launched, and guess what? I forgot all about it. It's the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1. Also going to just go ahead and declutter that. Next up is the Born This Way by Too Faced, the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Golden Beige. Looking at these here, I feel like I'm already seeing that I know I'm going to keep 5. This is hard, but I don't use it, and we're moving. I want to just really, really declutter you guys and not take a bunch of shit with me that I'm not going to use, okay? It's got to go. It's going. It's going. Next up is another Holy Grail. This is beautiful. I didn't get a whole lot of use out of it during the summertime because when I got it in my Ipsy, I believe, or my BoxyCharm, pretty sure Ipsy. Pretty sure it was Ipsy. It was just a little light, but also has beautiful like medium coverage. You can build it up. It's not super drying. It's not flat underneath. It doesn't look cakey or drying. I really like it. I like the component, and it is a massive size. So this is staying. So in our stay pile, we have 2. And I know for sure of 2 more. No, 3, 4. Oh, well, you know what? I have it. I already know what I'm keeping. Next up is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Color Corrector in green. I just don't use it. I've established the fact that rosacea is with me for the rest of my life till death do us part, and I'm okay with it. It's totally fine, so that's gonna go as well. Next up is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen. If I do need something that is super full coverage, but it blends out well, it's creamy, it doesn't settle, it wears well, it looks beautiful underneath the eyes, it looks beautiful everywhere. I love it. I love the texture of it, and that's got to stay. So we're at 3. Next up is the Hourglass. This is the Vanish Airbrush Concealer. I'm also going to put this in the maybe for now. I know y'all are cussing me out. Next up is the Makeup Revolution. This is their plain white. This is a couple years old, but I would actually like to repurchase this. I only use this when I'm cutting my crease and doing like intricate, eyeshadow work, which y'all know I'm a basic ass bitch, so I don't do that very often. So we're also going to declutter that. Next up, I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of this. It's almost gone anyway. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. I'm obsessed with this. I do have a full size. It's got to be in my highlight drawer, but fantastic product. Love, love, love this product. Next up, I have 2 products from Kokie Cosmetics. It's the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. I have the Peach and then Medium Beige. I used the heck out of the Medium Beige one last summer. Totally forgot about it this summer, and I don't use a whole lot of concealer. I think I'm going to keep the Peach just to have more of a color corrector if I need it. And then we'll go ahead and declutter this one. So I think I'm keeping this one. Yeah, I don't know. This is hard because I know I don't need them. I don't use concealer. Like, I very rarely use it. Next up is the Dragon Beauty. You can see I've used the heck out of this color corrector in the lilac or lavender, whichever shade. Beautiful formula. Also very light, light in weight, light in texture. It doesn't settle or anything like that. I think it's just a really beautiful product, so I'm going to keep for now. That's going to go in the keep pile. Next up is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. I have to say, as much as I love the Pretty Fresh collection, and if you've been with me for a long time, then you know that it is one of my holy grail collections as a whole. This is not my favorite product from the collection. It's not a bad product, but I have enough so that can go as well. Next up is my Avon Cashmere Complexion. I feel like I kind of know my top 5 like actual concealers. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one as well. This one, as you can see, is actually also almost empty, and that makes me sad because this is my holy grail, my all-time favorite. Love, 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 love. This and the Fenty Beauty and the Jouer, the cream of the crop, in my opinion. If you have dry skin, if you have textured skin, if you want the coverage, but you do not want to be weighed down, you don't want things to crack and be heavy and look cakey, this is for you. It's beautiful. I love this formula. 100% keeping. Next up is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. Is a full-size concealer. I don't even think I ever used this. If I did, I might have tried it once, so it can go. Next up is this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. We have enough, it can go. Next, we have the Laura Mercier, the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer. This is a little bit too drying for me, but if you really do need extra full coverage, or if you do have more dry skin, or if you have more oily skin, I think you'd really like this. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. Next up is this Kylie one. It is still brand new, or was still brand new in the pack, but it looks like trash, so I'm not even gonna try to declutter this or give it to anybody. It's just gonna go in the trash. Next, I have this Sample Beauty Erase and Boost Base. Whoa, that's hard for me to say. This is peachy like the Kokie, and I already know and love that formula. This has not been used yet, so I'll declutter. My other favorite, as far as a standard concealer, is the ABH one. This is called, I don't even remember. This is the Magic Touch Concealer in the shade 7. Beautiful packaging. Love the doe foot on this. Kind of the same as the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy. Beautiful coverage, but does not over dry, doesn't get cakey, doesn't look a hot ass mess. Really, really enjoy it. So that is definitely in the stay pile. And the LYS Beauty, if you guys saw my review on this, I have a love-hate relationship with this. It's the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. It is not super full coverage, which I like. I don't like that they claimed it, if it's not though. But I love the coverage on it. And I love that it is brightening. It's slightly illuminating. I hate trying to get the doe foot applicator out of here. It is a pain in the ass because of the way that it's bent. But I really love it. The lasting power was really nice. It's not over drying. It doesn't make me look cakey. So that's a stay. So now that I'm looking at this, and I really only wanted to keep 5, I kept 6 standard ones and then 2 color correctors. I think I'm going to declutter both of these. I'm going to keep the Hourglass one so I can put in my overnight bag just because it's small. So that is all we're keeping, y'all. That is all the concealers that I'm keeping. And that is our declutter pile. Holy crap. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Look, my declutter pile is getting big. We have foundations and we have powders and now we have all of those concealers. Again, if I know I only use these a couple times, they'll get sanitized and sprayed for friends and family only. These products, unless it's something like this where, you know, it does have something that's touching my actual skin, then of course we can sanitize them and we can pass them along. What did you guys think? Do you guys think I did great? Also, are any of my top, these are my top, period. Are any of my top your top? Comment down below. Let's have that conversation. I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.